Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to We Are Not Entertained. I'm Brock Gordon.
I'm Tommy Haley.
And Tommy, we're in person because, as it turned out, it was just a stomach bug that I had.
Turns out you got the mad case of the shits, you know.
And farts and Lord knows what else.
Bro, he got that meat sweats, you know.
For 5 days? I had it for 5 days.
Hey, you never know.
Well,
mine sometimes lasts a couple of hours. Yours, it lasted for some reason 5 days. So, here we are.
As we're also sitting here, I am your new B-card heavyweight champion. We'll do promo pics later, Tommy. Me and my title.
Tuesday.
Well, that's fine. But me and my belt have been reunited.
That's gross.
Thank you, Cardinals, for dropping the ball.
We didn't even pick that game.
I know. I'm just saying that out of the way now.
We didn't
Anyway,
pick that game.
Thank you, Middle Tennessee State, for beating the shit out of Toledo. Thank you to my Colts for beating the fuck out of the Patriots. And, of course, thank you, Bengals, for being the Bengals and beat the Broncos.
Can I say one thing about the Colts thing?
Well, we'll talk about it more.
But I'll just
Tuesday.
say this. You have doomed us all. You've won, but at what cost?
Oh, it's no cost to me, sir, as you know the teams that I root for. Anyway, this is the wrestling podcast that we do here on this channel.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Let's get into the wrestling news.
And Tommy, you failed to mention last week. FTR ran in on the Briscoe Brothers at Final Battle.
Apparently, I didn't realize that. I just saw the results. I just looked this up on Wikipedia. I didn't pull up like an actual website. But I was literally walking through an IKEA and I was like, what?
Yes, I had to tell you.
I was like, oh my god. Well, I knew Braun Strowman, I know that's not his name, but he had a run-in in ROH. So it looks like he might have signed with Ring of Honor, maybe. I don't know.
We shall see. Who knows?
We shall see. Danhausen. Very nice, very evil.
Very
evil.
I hope he gets brought back.
I hope. But other than that, I was like very surprised that actually happened. Let alone I mean, FTR, one thing I like about AEW is they don't give a shit where their talent really goes. They can show up in AAA.
Yep.
ROH, apparently, this time. New Japan. Impact for the time.
MLW, maybe. Who knows? Probably not.
I don't think I've seen anyone pop up in MLW.
Probably because they're now the new Ring of Honor.
Pretty much.
So... But yeah, that happened. Speaking of
AEW, they had their
Winter is Coming,
which is just basically a
Clash of Champions.
It's basically their version of Clash of Champions on television.
Yep.
The night started off with the AEW World Championship between Hangman Page and Bryan Danielson for the AEW World Title. Now, I want to say this real quick first.
Should have got on last.
It was... I agree with you with that, but this was free on national television.
Yeah, so you put it on last.
So,
the world title always goes on
in
last.
AEW, but that and then title matches always go 60 minutes.
Well,
depending on where you got.
Arthur Ashe, it was 30.
Well, that was a non-title.
Was it?
Yes, it was non-title.
Oh, okay.
The one in Arthur Ashe between Kenny and
Bryan Danielson.
Danielson was a non-title match. So that went the full 30, which was, much as you hate Kenny, Mr. Olivier, it was pretty good.
Because Bryan Danielson was involved.
It's just not because Bryan was involved, dumbass.
Well, there's a common denominator in the great matches that have happened.
So I went back and watched this match.
I have not yet, because...
Oh my god. I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is, but I always loved Daniel Bryan better as a heel.
Yes.
I always loved him better as a heel. Like in his most recent run with the
Fed.
With WWE.
The Fed.
What WWE?
The Fed.
The WWE. Will you let me finish?
Sure.
With his previous run as the eco-friendly champion and all that.
The eco-warrior.
The eco-warrior, the hemp belt.
My favorite part of that was from AJ. Have you been smoking the prototype of that belt? Whoa!
The hemp belt and all that, Mr. Recycle and all that stuff. Like, I actually like that.
Eat your vegetables.
Like, I like that gimmick that they gave him. And he used it really well. And then he dropped it to Kofi, which was, like, happy and all that. And then, like, he was kind of in limbo for a sec. And then he just got his footing back, which is good.
Yep.
So, I guess leading up to this, it's like, Bryan beat, who do you face in the finals?
Miro.
In the finals.
Miro.
Was Miro in the finals? Oh, yeah, it was Miro in the finals.
Because Miro beat
it was
Orange
Miro
Cassidy
that's right.
at the Dynamite that we went to.
He made between Miro and Bryan in the final one at All Out. Or Full Gear, I mean. Sorry.
Whichever
Full Gear.
show.
Full Gear. It's Full Gear. And then, like, the match between Kenny and Hangman happened. Hangman wins, thank God. And then I guess they just turned Bryan heel, which I guess makes sense since you already have a face holding the title, and it's like what better person to have Hangman face as his first opponent as champion than Bryan Danielson,
Then the best worker in the company.
the best worker in the 3 companies he's been in, ROH. Come on, be honest. He was a good worker in WWE.
AJ was there though, and that's my only hang up.
Right, but did you see the matches him and Daniel put in WWE? Masterclasses.
Yes, but again, I can't say he's the best worker because AJ was
let me rephrase that. One of the best workers.
Now
there.
I can agree with you because again, AJ was in Ring of Honor at the same time as Bryan too.
But AJ then left for Impact.
Yeah,
and then went to Japan. Bryan went from ROH to WWE.
To being fired. To being back.
To being fired for like a couple of weeks. Like a month or so. Coming back at SummerSlam. To everyone's like surprise and like, what? He's back? I thought you choked a guy.
With a tie. On national television.
On national television. To now going 60 minutes in one of the greatest, in a fantastic match with a young and up-and-coming star.
Yep.
Like, I seriously watched that match, and I got lost, and I mean lost with a capital L.
Lost in the sauce, were you?
Oh, I got lost in that marinara, bro. And I mean lost. So, we didn't have a winner. It went the full 60 minutes.
People are pissed about it online. I'm sitting here going, good, don't give away your title matches for free.
Exactly. See, I get that was a title match, but I'm glad that it went the full 60 minutes.
Because now people are going to want to watch it to have
because people are exactly because people are going to watch Double or Nothing now. I think
that's
their
the next one, I do believe, or Revolution. Whichever one.
I think it's Double or Nothing that's next. People are going to go by and watch Double or Nothing to actually see that match. Will that match happen? Who knows with a certain MJF who won his 3rd straight consecutive Dynamite Diamond Ring. That also happened.
Yeah. I'm just going to say this.
They're pouring concrete right now, let's put it that way.
There is foundation, but also there's no coincidence that the best thing that they've done with the title, or that they've done with the title in the recent past, year or so, has been old school style booking on television, where it goes to a draw, so you want to pay.
So if you look back at the Arthur Ashe Super shows,
I'm not sure I understand.
Why? Shut up. So with the Arthur Ashe Super show with Kenny and Bryan Danielson, that was a 30-minute non-title match. So it was non-title, so the title was not on the line. Even though
still don't. My point still stands. You don't give away a finish.
Yeah, no, you don't give away.
So it's an old school style booking tactic.
So it was funny after the Kenny and Danielson matches, like they were still going after the bell rang, like thinking the match was still going. Of course, they had have a bunch of officials and let break it up because it was over, which is sometimes an old school booking.
It's not something that is, and guess what? The fans wanted to see a finish, and they wanted to see the match.
And I was listening to it, and I heard fans starting boo. I'm like, oh my god, are we like in the 80s again?
I'm just saying, everyone wants to say that the business has changed.
There are certain things that haven't changed at all, and that was perfect. Yeah, MJF won his third straight Dynamite Diamond ring. He also called CM Punk the modern day Ryback, which I was like, oh boy. At least we're finally getting a CM Punk MJF feud.
Yes.
I'm just promos after promos were just work rate right there. Work rate promos. It's perfect.
Again, territory style.
Shitty chicken shit heel versus, baby
Grizzled,
well established face.
That's territorial booking right there.
But other than that, Winter is Coming was good.
Yeah. I have stated and we have made clear why I didn't watch it.
I only watched because people were talking about the opening
match.
So that match actually opened. So the AEW Championship match opened, which was smart since they went a full 60-minute draw.
Which is why you have it towards the end. You say, all right, folks, we have it at a 60 minutes. So this is what they should have done. They could have phrased it this way. All right, folks, up next is our AEW World Title match. Scheduled to go 60 minutes. If it doesn't, we have these matches ready to go just in case they don't go 60 minutes. It's what they used to do with Texas Death matches down in Amarillo back in the 60s or 50s and 60s. It's what they should have done for this as well.
Let's see. I don't know what the final match was that night, but either way, it was good.
So,
all right, now
it's time for our review of the week. Reviews. And Tommy, what did we review this week?
We reviewed a episode of Superstars from December 22nd, 2011. Say it again. An episode of Superstars from December 22nd of 2011.
You got your notes ready, Tom?
Yes, I have my notes ready.
All right, let the folks know how we get kicked off. Oh, let me just start off. The greatest intro of all time when it comes to WWE.
One of, if not the.
It is the. Get kicked off that classic intro right into Adelita's Ways Invincible. I've stated multiple times, this is the first time Tommy's been able to.
You know what's funny? I tried to Shazam it, and it was like, you can't find anything. Probably because you were saying stuff, and I wanted to cheat it.
Yeah, exactly. It's Adelita's Ways Invincible. It is the best Adelita's Ways song. But yeah, it's Superstars and Tommy who kicks us off on the night. But other than one of my favorite wrestlers of all time,
we had Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater kick off. And guess who was doing ring announcements?
I've brought it up before on the podcast. It's Brandy Rhodes.
It's like I completely forgot since like Cody was there. Like he just had Brandy. It's like, all right, you could just be a ring announcer.
No. She was brought in as a ring announcer. Then they started dating.
Oh, okay.
From there, and at this time, her name was Eden. Eden Styles, and that's Stilles. Oh,
it's the weird shitty spelling.
Yeah,
of Styles.
Yeah, Eden Styles was her name.
So apparently, so leading up to this match, this was a broken up tag team.
That they had been apart long enough, but not that long.
No, I don't think so. It's like the way the commentator was talking it sounded fresh. By the way, who is our commentators for this part of Superstars?
The most underrated WWE commentary duo of all time. It's Matt Striker and Josh Matthews.
Dude, I gotta say, Matt Striker is up there with one of my favorite color commentators in wrestling.
He is really good, and I don't understand why people...
Some of the like, if you look back at some of the stuff he said, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of dumb as fuck. But then some of his other stuff, it's like, damn, that's actually really good.
Oh, he has great comments and such. One comment that we'll get to.
Yeah, that's why I wrote about Matt Striker. It says Matt Striker. That's it. There's nothing else you need to say.
It's Matt Striker. He's so good.
So the match was good.
Little back and forth.
It was good little back and forth. It was a good technical match, but they missed a few spots. Case in point, Heath Slater was doing knees to the back and kind of He looked like he lit up and whiffed on one of those. He's still connected, but just like didn't really connect, you know?
One of the things he connected on was while he was dominating Gabriel during this match. Gabriel.
What? He was what? He was
dominating.
What? Okay. He had control. He was dominating. You know, like he made it sound a little sus.
Whatever. He had control of the match and chucked him into the corner. He bounced back. And he hit one of my favorite moves in wrestling, the reverse jumping neck breaker, Tommy. And it was a beauty.
Dude, it was actually really good.
It's probably one of the best moves in professional wrestling that's not used well.
No, it's not.
That's not used a lot.
Oh, it's not used well. Oh, I thought you meant one of the moves that was used a lot. Because I can think of one of the best moves.
What?
The most dangerous move of all wrestling, the surprise roll-up.
We need to make that a t-shirt.
Think what culture beat us to that?
I don't think they did.
Are you sure?
I'm
because
pretty
there's
sure.
a certain bald-headed person that coined that phrase.
Yeah, well, you know. You're the one rolling with it. And
that was fucking stupid.
What?
When you're editing this, when you say that, you better add a in post.
Why?
Because that was a shitty pun.
What the hell did I say?
You were rolling.
Okay, I didn't even mean to do that.
When you listen back to this, you're going to hear it.
Okay, well, I'm not adding anything.
Yes, you are. You should definitely add a after that.
No. Because right now I'm still just confused. Anyway, back to the match, Tommy.
It was finish time. I mean, let's see.
Well, they faked us out first.
Jesse Gabriel went top rope, and then guess who was there? Some knees to the midsection.
No. Slater came running at him.
Oh, yeah, Slater came running at him. Jesse Gabriel threw him out. And then what happens? Tope suicida. Mamma mia. What a tope.
Yeah. Tommy was marking out for that.
Tope suicida. Mamma mia.
Tommy marks.
By the way, Marinello, the only person to call that an actual, like, a suicide dive, an actual tope suicida.
Excalibur does, but
I said in WWE.
Oh no, they call him now. No, they say that now
because every other commentator in WWE always called it a suicide dive, or a
dive to the outside.
Dive to the outside.
Yeah. Oh, big dive to the outside there. Thank you, Michael Cole.
Yeah. So Maru and Excalibur are the only two that call it a tope.
Yep.
Actually, I think all the commentators in WWE call it tope.
You know,
suicida.
There's a few.
Yeah.
But
other than that, and then we get the finish. What was the finish, Brock?
450 motherfucking splash.
450 splash. And we had a good camera angle of it, too.
It was Matt Level looking up at Gabriel coming off the top rope.
It wasn't, all right, cut. You know, like they do now, where it's like death by 5 million camera cuts.
Yeah. Good match here. Tell me, what did you end up giving it?
I gave it a solid 2.75.
I was way tougher on this matchup because of the botches. I gave it a 2.25 star.
2.25
out of 5.
See, I thought it was good with the people that were in there.
So, between us, the average 2.5, so it was an average match.
So it's just an average match. The next match, or wait. During commercial break, we had what happened. WWE showed on their website. This is post TLC.
Yes.
In 2011. So what happened was they showed front page Daniel Bryan cashing in on Big Show at TLC and winning the World Heavyweight title.
Yep.
I wish they can bring that back. Then again, it is the Universal title.
It should be the world title. Anyway. Next matchup. Tommy, are you ready for some racism?
You mean some tone deaf characters?
Whoo!
We had Unico with
Camacho.
With Camacho.
Whoo! God damn.
And I'll just say this: it's like you know, like if you like watch a video or like watch certain shows like that shows L.A. in the South, like near Compton and all that, you see all the Latinos and like, you know, dude, I'm like in a minefield right now.
Here's the thing, you can say it because you're actually
Hispanic. Yeah, I know, I'm half.
That's why I'm staying out of this.
You know, they got them saggy pants, you know, them saggy jeans with some shitty looking shoes and then a shirt. And then,
what are you talking about? Shitty? He got Tim's on.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, he
freshed up in some Tim's.
He had Tim's on with some He had a belt on, which was surprising.
Oh, okay, and...
Hey, I can say this, right? I don't know. He had the bandana on and everything, the sunglasses and all that, the jeans, the Timbs, and all that. Very tone deaf character.
Camacho has a wife beater, a black wife beater, cargo pants, a beanie, and shades on.
Yeah.
And how do they come down to the ring, Tommy?
They were on a bike.
Riding down the ring on a tricked out bicycle.
And then we have Ezekiel Jackson. That's it.
No, there's more to
Ezekiel Jackson is a big, strong Vince McMahon guy.
Who is a former, as we reviewed on this channel...
He's a former WWE CW World Heavyweight Champion.
As we reviewed on this channel before.
And this was also coming off his post-IC title run, who he dropped it to Cody at TLC, if I'm not mistaken. This was a month after he dropped it to Cody.
Oh, it was way after he dropped it to Cody.
I thought they said it was a month after.
I don't know. Who did he beat for the title, Tommy?
Who did Ezekiel Jackson beat for the title?
Yes.
Fuck. Oh, God. Who was it?
2011.
It's 2011, so, like, it's no random... It's not... I wouldn't say it's random, it's 2011.
It was pretty random.
2000... Oh, God. I don't know.
Wade Barrett.
That's right, he was IC title. He did have the IC title in 2011 around this time.
And the reason why Ezekiel Jackson beat him is because Jackson got turned on by the rest of the core, and he beat Barrett for the title.
Oh, that's right, he was part of the core.
Which the previous two members...
Talk about a shitty stable name, too, just the core. Remember that stupid, ugly C with the red circle in the middle of it?
It was an O, but...
an O is a circle when you draw it.
Which, by the way, the other members of the core we saw in the first matchup in Gabriel and Slater. Oh, I forgot to mention, on the back of Slater's tights, his little Slater there, where it says Slater.
Did it say, I got
logo?
Kids?
No,
This is very early before he got kids.
So, on his tights where it said Slater, that logo design is a ripoff of the Slayer logo.
The Slayer? Who's that?
It's a heavy metal band.
Oh, because he's the one-man country band.
One-man rock band.
One-man rock band.
Yes.
Which, is this post-three-man band?
No, this is pre. So, three-man band was 2011. Or 2012.
Oh, okay. So anyway, we had Unico versus Ezekiel Jackson. You think it's like if you watched WWE in 2011.
Who does Hunico become before we go any further?
I don't know who does Hunico become. I forget.
Sin Cara.
The second version of Sin Cara, or the original version, like the
second.
Mr. Bot.
No, not the botch machine. The
not
one
Mr. Botchamania himself.
No. The one that teamed up with Kalisto as part of the Lucha Dragons.
Ah, that's the second. Wow. Okay.
Yep. But these two are in the ring. So Hunico and Camacho have debuted recently and lost their shot at the WWE Tag Team titles
to a tag team we're going to see later tonight in Air Boom.
Yes.
Which consists of Evan Airborne and Kofi Kingston as the Jamaican. Hold on, let me phrase that. Jamaican Kofi Kingston.
Which I have a question for you when we get to that match. Anyway, this match here, what were you going to say? Pull up your notes.
Look, I'm honest. This had, if you've seen how Unico looks, at this time in wrestling, small, not very...
No build, really.
No build, really. You'd think this has just a squash match written all over it.
So, the bell rings, and what does Matt Striker say?
I don't know. He said some... He
made a casual racism.
What did he say? I forget what he said.
Are you... I don't want to profile on...
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
I had it written down.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I don't want to profile Unico, but, he might have a trick or 12 up his sleeve, which is like... Okay, that's racist. I'm like, that's a little pushy, but goddamn, that was good.
It was
some Cornette type of shit right there. Cornette would say something like that.
Yeah, Cornette would. He is the guy that got fired from the NWA for saying that Trevor Murdoch's the type of guy that would. Well, I'm not going to repeat that.
Yeah, no, we love money.
What money?
I don't know.
Bitch, you think we making money here?
But either way, I was like, damn, that's a little profiling, but that was a good comment.
That's out of pocket, but I get it.
It's like, I respect it, but, you know.
But, oof, watch it there, bud.
Other than that, after that, they talk about, Jackson losing the IC title and all that, and then just Ezekiel Jackson is just doing Ezekiel Jackson things. He's literally doing...
He does reps.
He's
slamming.
He's press slamming Unico and doing power slams and all that.
Massive clotheslines in the corner, and then Camacho gets involved.
Unico just slaps Ezekiel Jackson on the back. It's like, big mistake, small man.
Small.
Big mistake, small man.
So that's going drop toe hold into the corner by Hunico.
And then he gets
Jackson bounces off of it while he's still in the corner trying to get up. Hunico, while using the ropes, does a vaulting drop kick right to the chest to a downed.
And then does
Jackson in the corner.
One of the shittiest swanton bombs I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy felt a disturbance in the force and be like, someone just did my move really shittily.
Oh, this is 2011 Jeff Hardy. He wasn't...
He felt a disturbance in the force with this one.
No.
Dude, that was such a shitty looking swanton.
Tommy. Jeff Hardy in 2011. Victory Road 2011 versus Sting.
Oh, okay.
We're in that time period.
But still, like...
Hunico wins.
Yeah, one star.
I gave it a 1.
1 star.
Up next... God damn Alex motherfucking Riley.
Hold on, but who do we see on commentary? Because...
Fuck me, it's Scott Stanford.
Which I want to know, what is he doing these days?
He's still with the company, I think.
Scott Stanford is still with WWE.
But I think he's doing network exclusive stuff.
Actually, I think you might be right.
Yeah.
You might be right on that. We have Alex Riley, who I believe... got a massive pop, which, like, granted, that was a huge pop.
Again, I've said it before on the podcast while you weren't here, but Riley should have been a champion and should probably still be with the company. This man was incredibly over, and if rumors are true...
I believe they were in Philly for this, so this was...
Yes.
So, let's explain what Superstars, I believe, was taped... Before or after SmackDown?
Before both SmackDown and Raw. So when Scott Stanford was there, that was the Raw crew. You could tell by the definite shift in talent.
So okay. So they just recorded certain matches from SmackDown and then
No. So I was gonna make a comment, but you haven't been to a WWE live show, so
you can tell me.
So, okay, perfect
I feel like
example.
It's gonna be
Remember
different.
when we went to Dynamite?
Yes.
And they did Dark Elevation right before the actual show.
They had dark matches before.
That they recorded for their secondary show. That's what Superstars was, and that's what Main Event currently is for Raw.
Oh, okay.
I was about to make that reference, and I'm like, Tommy's never been.
Because I think 205 didn't 205 Live used to do that? They had the purple rings.
No. So they were after SmackDown.
I thought they were always after Raw.
No, they were after SmackDown.
But I thought originally when they brought it, it was after Raw.
So no. So when they came back, the title was exclusive to Raw, so they could compete on Raw, but their own show was after SmackDown. And it was live.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Who does Alex Riley face here, Tommy?
I don't know. It's a perfect opponent that he's wrestling. I'm talking about Michael McGillicuddy, a.k.a. Mr. Perfect's son.
Curtis Axel.
Axelmania.
With a backwards hat. And Tommy, what did you say you thought
he had on? I swear to God, I thought that was a do-rag. I thought he was going to unroll that thing and he was going to about ready to have waves. Bro. Like waves, like an ocean.
Match gets started. It's a sound match. Scott Stanford thanks Josh Matthews for buying him a Snuggie. And I'm like, God damn, 2011.
This is peak 2011 when we were talking about getting a Snuggie for Christmas. Those things were actually very comfortable, though. We should bring those back.
I have a Snuggie. I have a Royal Snuggie.
I don't have them.
It's called a Sluggie.
We had like a zebra print like Snuggie. It wasn't like an actual zebra. Like it had like black and white and all that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think we got rid of that thing. It had like pockets and everything on it.
Bro, Snuggies were the best.
Dude, Snuggies were the shit. I always wore it like a robe.
Back on track though, because I don't want to go down this rabbit hole right now of Snuggies. sound match between the two. It was kind of, whatever.
Yeah.
Alex Riley hits a hell of a hip toss on Curtis Axel.
Yeah, I wrote down just good sound technical match.
Riley has McGillicuddy.
Good pace. Good pace for the match.
McGillicuddy is in the corner. Riley hits him with the 10 punches. And then for the 10th punch, he hits him with a spin-out facebuster on the ground. I had never seen that before.
And that was pretty impressive.
Again, that's why I like watching these old Superstars episodes, because you see stuff that they don't do today that you're like, holy shit, that'd be over now if someone was to do it.
And then Michael McGillicuddy gets offense, and then I wrote down his notes. It's like, Michael's offense for this match is perfect.
You suck. He did hit a hell of a dropkick.
No, he did hit a hell of a dropkick, but still, though, like, come on. Like, it's Mr. Perfect. I gotta make a perfect joke here somewhere.
I was surprised that there was no attempt at a
here, hold on. I'm going to show you how I wrote down his offense was perfect.
God, you suck. I was surprised that there was no attempt by McGillicuddy at a McGillicutter. Tommy doesn't know what that is, which is a shame.
Isn't that one of his finishing moves?
It was. It was a running reverse neckbreaker.
Oh, it was. Okay.
It's ugly as hell. God damn, does McGillicuddy catch Riley with some forearms in the ropes.
Dude, those were just... Jesus. Sheamus was be like, nice.
I was watching it in my head. I'm going, welcome to the business, kid.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just sitting here. I'm like, oh my God, I could see Stan Hansen just laying those into some poor motherfucker.
Minoru Suzuki would be that kind of person that would do that.
Oh, Shibata, like, you name them. Alex Riley hits a shitty-ass spine buster.
Oh, dude, I bet Triple H was backstage and going, pathetic.
Oh, yeah. Hell, Arn Anderson was working as an agent at this time. He was probably going, what the fuck was that shit? Picks McGillicuddy up, hits the final score, the TKO. For the win, Tommy, what did you get this matchup?
I gave it a 2.75.
Damn, you're being generous. I gave it a 2.
This match between... You stated before how much you love Curtis Axel.
And I love Alex Riley, but again, it's still...
Was it the finish that kind of tainted it for you?
Probably. It was probably that fucking spinebuster. That probably took away half a star or more.
Was straight dog doo-doo.
Which
I'll
I'll have
to... I wrote down on my mat.
I'll have to compile the list of the Alex Riley matches. He hovers about a 2.5 match rating.
Yeah, I mean, he just...
But again, it's Superstars matches.
Yeah, it's
so
Superstars. These are just pre-recorded sometime, like all the time.
Unfortunately for him, he would be Jobber on the main roster in 2012, which sucks. Because he really should have been. If rumors were to be true, the reason why he didn't get any of those is because Cena didn't like him. So Cena flexed some muscle.
Note, this is what, 2011?
Yeah.
So this is when Cena was was basically Hulk Hogan during the during the 2010s.
He did something similar to Ryder in 2012. So also did stuff to Barrett as well that the Nexus should have been over.
Basically, Cena did what Hogan did. He just fucking swing his dick around and be like, "I'm the fucking
that won't work for me, brother.
Top guy around here. That shit ain't happening."
Tommy, main event time. And this is the first time you've seen this tag team before, I do believe.
This is the first time I am seeing the tag team of Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne.
Air Boom.
As Air Boom.
So...
Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Before we get to this, we had a Raw recap.
Even before that, we had... Or was it after?
It was after the match between Alex Riley
the commercial that popped up.
Oh, yes, the stupid... Be a superstar.
Be a star.
Be a star.
Which, with former WCW champion David Arquette in it.
So if you're a wrestling fan and if you ever heard of the whole fucking show,
TWFS.
They did TWFS. They did like a retrospective of that commercial. One of the greatest videos of all time. I don't think it's on YouTube anymore, but like
I don't think so either. I remember the one that brought me to TWFS. Now I'm going to go down this hole. Was him putting audio over him or over the Big Show crying in 2012.
Mine was a Raw retrospective with Goldberg.
Oh man, mine was way back then. That's how far back with TWFS I go. Anyway, go ahead with your Raw recap.
Raw recap basically just recapped what happened at TLC. A certain person winning a U.S. title.
Woo, woo, woo. You know it. Woo. Woo, 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 woo. You know it.
You know it.
Oh, radio, tell me everything.
Can you tell us who this person was?
Zack Ryder.
Mr. Zack Ryder.
Matt Cardona, who's challenging Trevor Murdoch for the NWA title coming up.
Okay, we're talking about 2011, not 2021.
Yeah, well.
So let's get back to it. CM Punk retaining, if I'm not mistaken, his
the
title.
WWE.
Who did he face in that match?
Del Rio.
Alberto?
And The Miz, I think. In a ladder match, or in a TLC match.
TLC match. He ended up winning. And then Bryan Danielson cashing in on the Big Show, which I believe... I don't remember who he faced in that match, but...
Big Show faced Mark Henry.
Oh, yeah, and then...
and beat Mark Henry for the title.
Beat Mark Henry, and then I remember how it happened. And Daniel Bryan comes in with the chair, beats the shit out of Big Show with the chair. I thought
Henry did it. Henry did it to Big Show, beat the shit
but
out of him.
I could have
But
sworn
then
he
Bryan
used the
comes
chair.
running down and gets the pin on him.
I thought he was running down with the chair.
With the briefcase and a ref. No, he didn't. He'd never hit Big Show at all.
I thought he brought a chair. I could have sworn. I gotta rewatch that video.
No.
I am dead wrong. I probably
No,
already know it.
no, that would have made him turn heel. Big Show was a face at this time.
Yes. Yes.
But
Duality of Big Show.
all three of those men that you just mentioned, none of them are with the company anymore.
Yeah, three of those men are not with the company.
Hell, everyone you mentioned there. Big Show, Mark Henry.
Also, and guess what? We had a 6-man tag match between Zack Ryder, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan against Alberto Del Rio.
Not with the company.
The Miz, still with the company.
Thank God.
And Dolph Ziggler,
Still with the company.
So two of those
Six.
Two
Two of the six.
I mentioned are still with that company.
Which, that's insane.
Dude, it's crazy to think that Dolph Ziggler and
The Miz.
have been around since the
Out
2010.
of those six that were mentioned.
Exactly! Out of those 6.
Not the two guys that were holding the world titles at the time.
No. But still.
It's,
Other than that, who is the challengers for Air Boom's tag titles?
tag titles were not on the line.
I thought they were on the line in this
No.
match.
Non-title match. That was stated on commentary.
They stated that this was a non-title...
Yes.
Sure, I feel like it was a title match.
No, they stated if the team that we will mention here in a second was to win, they should be in line for a tag title match.
Oh, okay.
So it was non-title. Otherwise, they would have introduced them. Here are your champions, here's the challengers. Out next.
Come on.
Speaking of dated tag teams.
Spit it out.
Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Rex come out next.
One of these people is a girl now.
And the other one's an Impact. I don't know
what the hell he's doing in Impact.
He's got an eye patch now. He challenged for the Impact World title.
I don't know what the deal is with a certain person in Impact. Like, I don't know.
Brian Myers.
I don't know.
That's Kurt Hawkins.
I don't know what Kurt Hawkins is doing these days.
Brian Myers.
I know he's chilling it up in Impact, but I don't know what he's doing in Impact. The other's a dude. The other's a girl.
Yeah, Tyler Rex is now a woman.
Go watch that Cultaholic video explaining what happened.
Whew. Anyway, really good match.
This is really good, especially with the tag team maneuvers Air Boom had. It was very sound, solid tag team maneuvers from Air Boom.
So this is beforehand when I was suggesting we watch Superstars. You were like, "What? Why would we do that?" Now that you've actually watched an episode,
now that I watched it, I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember watching this as a kid."
And do you remember? Okay, so we'll talk about what we're reviewing.
But I
next
never
week.
watched it I never watched as a kid. I never watched WWE religiously.
I did.
I never did.
That was my only escape in life.
I watched it here and there, but I never watched it all the damn time.
I know what we're reviewing for next week, and I'll reveal it after this, by the way.
Okay.
Anyway, great match between these. I won't say good match. Good match between these two.
So what was your comment you were going to say about Jamaican Kofi Kingston, Evan Airborne? I see, you notice how trained I am as a kid. I used to always say Evan Airborne.
It's Evan Bourne.
I know, but like, remember what's his face gave him
Michael Cole.
No, not Michael Cole.
Who? Matt Striker?
Striker always called Evan Airborne.
Well, that's because his finisher is Airborne. Anyway, so jumping ahead on the last episode of Superstars that I reviewed with Epco and Primo, and they will win the tag team titles from Air Boom in a house show in January.
I completely forgot about that.
I didn't, but because Evan Bourne would be busted on a drug policy for violating the wellness policy for weed, which I go to you, Tommy. Do you think the reason Evan Bourne teamed up with Kofi Kingston is because he thought he was Jamaican to get that good stuff?
I mean, he was probably high when he was thinking about this tag team, so probably.
I was gonna win. I was gonna retain the tag titles, but then I got high. Because he actually takes the pin in that house show match to lose the titles.
Which means he was going to be suspended.
Yeah, as we later found out. Anyway, you want to talk about the finish here? Because what a cluster of a finish.
It was actually going readily very back and forth, which I was like, it's pretty good.
Which, I mean, you've got to hype up. Oh, these guys might become the new champions. Or might have a shot
at the title sooner or later.
So, they might have a chance, which, okay. But, yeah.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen.
Tell me, what was a high spot in 2011?
Oh, yes, 2011, when the high spot was a top rope dive off to the outside of the ring. Not a tope.
Just a dive.
Just a dive. Just get on the top rope and just dive.
Jump.
Just jump and someone will catch you.
And like a hug. Like you do a diving hug.
Like that's what Evan and
Kofi.
Yeah, Evan and Kofi did. Well, Evans especially. It looked like he just got straight hugged when he landed.
Well, he was jumping into the arms of Tyler Rex, so who is massive.
Yeah, and like if you watch it, he just like slowly like kind of just grabs him and puts him down.
Yep.
And sells it.
Kofi gets hot tag in.
Kofi gets the hot tag. I'm like, this seems like a good spot for a hot tag. And you're like, oh, you think? I'm like, yeah.
Double down hot tag, yeah. He comes in. He hits all the Kofi classics.
No, he hits all the hot tag stuff. Like
the Kofi classics.
Kofi classics.
Yeah.
Try saying that 5,000 times fast.
Oh, I don't have time for 5,000 times on this podcast. Anyway, he hits an SOS, which goddamn, I haven't seen that move in Lord knows how long.
Does he do that move anymore?
No, I don't think he does that move anymore. It's a great move.
Because he's in his 40s now, right?
Yeah, the SOS is kind of a hard one because you're the angle and everything. But he does hit a Trouble in Paradise.
And then a
tag to Evan Bourne.
And what is
after a low bridge to get Tyler Rex out of the ring. Mm-hmm. Goes up top and tell me, what does he hit?
He hit, what is his finish?
Airborne.
He hits Airborne, which is a
shooting star press.
How many turns though? Was it? Is a 7?
Press.
Wasn't it like a?
No, it's just a shooting star press.
But guess who came out? Randy Orton out of nowhere with an RKO.
No.
One of the greatest RKOs of all time.
Yes, but
second greatest.
What's the greatest?
The WrestleMania one.
With Seth?
Yes.
I think that one's overrated, honestly.
Dude, I love that one. I will watch that one forever.
Coming back to the match. No, Evan Bourne hits the Airborne, the shooting star press.
And then gets hit with an RKO. No, I'm just kidding.
Tommy, stop. On Kurt Hawkins for the 1, 2, 3. Airborne wins. What'd you give this match, Tommy?
A 3.
I gave it a 3 as well. Really good match.
It was just really good sound tag team match.
Yeah.
Something you don't see in 2011 WWE.
You saw it when they gave them time.
Rare.
Yes,
That's something. It's rarefied air that you get a good tag team match, especially in 2011.
Yes. Next week we'll be watching for our Christmas episode the debut episode of Saturday Morning Slam, which used to be on WB's Vortex. Tommy just got a blast from the past on that one.
Whoa!
With such
Vortex?
Yes, with such classics as Sonic the Hedgehog, Power Rangers, what else? Digimon, what else was there?
Dude,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Some sort of Yu-Gi-Oh! show.
You just straight drop kicked me with nostalgia there. What the hell?
What else used to be on Vortex?
Dude, I don't know. I was like
we were 12 when this came out.
I was always like the Cartoon Network early in the morning. Like in 2012, they had Batman the Brave and the Bold on early in the morning.
They had that on new episodes on Friday nights. Anyway, we'll be reviewing the debut episode of Saturday Morning Slam. Anything else you want to get in here before we go to our normal plugs?
No.
All right.
This is going out on Monday. I'll probably be in pain because of the Saints.
Yeah, well, that game's getting ready to start here as we're recording.
This game has already started.
Not yet.
Game starts in
a minute
or so, probably.
Yeah. Anyway, this week on BTT we'll be joined by a guest, apparently?
Yes.
You just dropped this on me.
Yeah, you'll find out Tuesday.
Yeah, so... Sure, why not, I guess. I don't know. But we'll all be back together for it. And... normal plugs as always. Speaking of BTT...
Watch all this on... Watch Wayne on YouTube and go listen to us on Spotify for BTT.
Yes. Go follow us on Twitter at BCardYT. Check out all the other programming. I uploaded a episode of HCW to the YouTube account. Go watch that. It's decent. It's my stream that I did for it.
It's okay.
It's all right. It's not my best work. I didn't do anything really of note for it. But yeah, I do believe that is all that we have.
Yeah,
so Tommy, next week it'll be a brief episode, as I think we're pretty much just going to be doing the Saturday Morning Slam review.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Because it's Christmas. So
There's Merry Chrysler. Happy Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
Happy Kwanzaa, folks. I've been Brock Gordon.
I've been Tommy Haley.
And as far as this past week in professional wrestling,
I was entertained by the match, the one match in AEW, and that was it.
not our review this week.
And review this week.
I have been as well. We'll see you all for BTT this week. Good night, everybody.